There comes a time when the voice within can no longer be ignored. 5th of October is that moment. It is not a random date, not a number on a calendar, but a point in time when truth and illusion begin to separate. The warning has been spoken. The signs have been shown. The question is not whether the signs are real. They already are. The question is whether you are ready to see them. Life does not whisper forever. It speaks loudly when change is required, and now it speaks clearly. Be ready. You have been given countless chances to listen, to pause, to realign. But most people wait for comfort instead of transformation. They want peace without discipline, awakening without effort. That is why many will miss the message of 5th October. It will not arrive through noise or chaos. It will arrive in silence. It will speak to those who are alert, those who have trained their minds to stay calm. When the world shakes, the signs were not meant to frighten you. They were meant to wake you up. The world has entered a phase where awareness is no longer optional. Everything that once distracted you, the endless scrolling, the constant noise, the rush to be seen, it was all designed to keep you asleep. But 5th October demands something different. It asks you to stand still and face yourself. The warning is not a punishment, it is preparation. The storms around you are only reflections of the storms within you. Until the inner chaos is faced, the outer world will continue to mirror it. That is why this message matters, because time is no longer patient with those who refuse to grow. When you hear, be ready, understand that readiness is not a physical act. It is mental clarity. It is emotional balance. It is spiritual focus. It is knowing that when the world turns dark, you can still see light because you have trained your inner vision. 5th October is not about fear. It is about awareness. It is about standing up and saying, I will not run anymore. I will not hide behind excuses. This day calls you to be direct with yourself, to face what you have delayed, to confront the truth you already know, every sign you have ignored until now. The restlessness, the unease, the feeling that something is coming, it has all been guiding you here. Life has been preparing you silently, shaping you for this exact awakening. Nothing has been random. Every struggle, every delay, every heartbreak was part of your preparation. 5th of October is the moment to connect those dots, to understand that all the pieces you once thought were broken are now forming your strength. The warning was not sent to destroy you. It was sent to rebuild you. There is no more time for hesitation. Those who hesitate now will drown in confusion. Those who listen will rise in clarity. Be ready means act. It means prepare your thoughts, clean your intentions, and remove the noise that weakens your focus. The signs are real, and they have always been around you. In the weather, in the words of strangers, in the silent moments when your heart whispered, something is changing. You do not need to look far. You only need to look deeper. This is the moment to simplify your life. Detach from what drains you. Choose strength over comfort. Choose awareness over distraction. On a 5th of October, you will either stand tall in your clarity or fall into the noise of the unprepared. And that difference depends only on one thing, your readiness. The world does not wait for those who are slow to awaken. It moves, it shifts, and it evolves with or without you. To be ready means to move with it consciously, not blindly. Do not mistake calmness for weakness. The ones who appear still are often the ones who have mastered chaos within. That is the strength this message calls for. The strength to remain silent when others panic. The strength to hold your vision when others doubt. Because after 5th of October, nothing will feel the same. The energy will shift. Those who are prepared will sense a deeper connection with purpose, while those still chasing distractions will feel lost. The difference will not be luck. It will be awareness. You are being called to build yourself, not for applause, not for validation, but for survival of the spirit. Life has a rhythm. And when that rhythm changes, you must adjust your steps. The signs are real, and their purpose is to awaken something ancient inside you, the part that remembers strength, focus, and truth. You have been asleep too long in comfort, and now the world asks you to awaken in discipline. When the message says, be ready, it is not about waiting for the storm. It is about becoming the calm inside it. 5 October will remind you that power does not come from control, it comes from awareness. It is not about predicting what will happen. It is about preparing who you will be when it happens. If you listen deeply, you will feel that the message is not warning you of destruction. It is guiding you toward transformation. So when 5 October arrives, do not wait for a sign in the sky. The real sign will be inside you. The shift of energy, the sense of clarity, the quiet strength that tells you you're finally aligned. The warning has been spoken, and it was never about fear. It was about awakening. It was about remembering that you are not here to survive through noise, but to rise through awareness. Be ready, not tomorrow, not later, now. Because 5 October is not coming to test you, it is coming to reveal you. 5 October is not just another date that passes unnoticed. It is a turning point, a moment that separates those who keep sleeping from those who finally wake up. The world has been whispering for a long time, sending quiet messages through events, emotions, and changes, but few have listened. Now that whisper has become a wave. Everything around you is shifting, and the energy of 5 October carries the weight of transformation. It is not a warning, it is a reminder that the world moves forward, and you must move with it or be left behind. The world you once knew is no longer the same. Old systems are falling apart, old beliefs are cracking, and the comfort zones that once protected you are now becoming cages. This is what happens when life evolves. It destroys the false stability you've been holding on to. On a 5 October, this truth becomes clear. The change that many have resisted will begin to show its face more openly. It's not about chaos, it's about alignment. The structures that were built on fear, laziness, and denial cannot survive this shift. It's time to rise above the noise, to see beyond the illusions that have kept you small. Change is not something to wait for, it is something to live through. The energy of 5 October calls for awareness, for courage to face what is collapsing without running from it. When the world shifts, it does not ask for your permission, it simply moves. The question is whether you move with awareness or with resistance. Growth begins the moment you stop blaming the storm and start using it as your training ground. Every transformation requires discomfort, and this moment is no different. The more you resist, the more painful it feels. But once you understand that 5 October is not against you, it becomes clear that it's actually working for you. What is coming is not destruction, but correction. Life is rebalancing itself. Many have lived disconnected from truth, from presence, from purpose, and now this separation can no longer continue. The pressure you feel is the energy pushing you back toward your true path. You may feel tired, restless, or uncertain, but that's how awakening feels before it becomes clarity. 5 October reminds you that the breakdowns happening around you are actually breakthroughs in disguise. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. There will be moments when the world seems heavy, when people act lost or confused, when fear fills the air. Do not let it control you. This is the test of strength. While others chase distractions, you must stay still and centered. The turning point is not about running faster, it's about standing firmer. When everything shakes, the one who stands calm is the one who sees clearly. That calmness will not come from luck, it will come from preparation, from the work you do in silence before the noise begins. On a 5 October, everything that is fake will begin to lose its power. The masks people wear, the illusions they leave behind, the stories they tell themselves to avoid truth, they will start to fall away. The world will not tolerate inauthenticity much longer. This is a new energy and it demands realness. Those who live honestly, who speak truth, who walk with discipline and clarity will rise. Those who keep pretending will crumble under their own illusions. This is not punishment, it's cleansing. The world is being purified and so are you. To understand this turning point, you must accept that growth and loss often walk together. You cannot grow while holding on to what is rotting. You cannot move into the new while dragging the weight of the old. The shift of 5 October teaches this lesson with force. To rise higher, you must release. Whether it's old pain, toxic habits, or limiting beliefs, they cannot travel with you into the next phase. The universe cannot give you new blessings if your hands are still full of the past. Now is the time to simplify, to focus, to strengthen the mind. Stop chasing approval. Stop delaying your inner work. The turning point is happening with or without your permission, and the only power you have is how prepared you are to face it. Those who are ready will not fear it. They will welcome it. Because they know that endings are not enemies, they are openings. When the world closes one chapter, it is always because another one is ready to begin. 5 October stands as a mirror. It reflects what you've built, what you've avoided, and what you truly believe. It shows you the results of your choices. If you have lived with awareness, you will see progress. If you have lived with distraction, you will feel disorientation. Either way, the mirror does not lie. It reveals the truth so that you can realign. The turning point is not about judgment, it's about opportunity. A moment to adjust your path before the next cycle begins. The world's rhythm is speeding up. Energy moves faster, time feels shorter, and awareness becomes more valuable than ever. You cannot afford to move unconsciously anymore. Every action, every thought, every intention is shaping the next version of your life. On the 5th of October, this truth will be felt deeply, that you are responsible for the state of your own energy. What you feed your mind will become your experience. What you focus on will expand. What you ignore will control you. Do not fear this change. Fear belongs to those who are unprepared. You are being guided to strengthen, to awaken, to reconnect with your inner power. When the world turns, be the one who adapts. When the old falls, and be the one who rebuilds. When confusion spreads, be the one who understands. That is what readiness means. That is what the shift demands. The world is entering a new phase, and 5 of October marks the door between the past and the future. To walk through that door, you must leave behind who you were and step into who you are meant to become. The turning point is here. It is not a prophecy of fear, but a reminder of potential. The signs are real, the change is real, and your growth is the purpose behind it all. The old world is ending not to destroy you, but to awaken you. 5 October is not about waiting for something to happen. It is about becoming what must happen next. Only the awake will understand. 5 of October is not for those who sleep through life. It is for those who see beyond what is visible, those who feel the shift before it arrives, those who sense the truth behind appearances. The signs are real, but not everyone can read them. The untrained mind will dismiss them as coincidence. The distracted soul will overlook them as noise. But those who have opened their inner eyes will recognize the pattern, the rhythm, the language that life has always been speaking. The world doesn't hide its messages, people hide from them. Every era has moments that separate awareness from ignorance, light from confusion. 5 October carries this energy. It is a filter between those who simply exist and those who truly live. Those who are awake do not wait for miracles. They create clarity in the middle of chaos. They understand that life does not warn you with fear, it guides you through experience. Every challenge is an instruction. Every delay is a test. Every silence is a message. But to grasp this, you must be awake, fully present, and willing to look at life without denial. Most people are not asleep because they are tired. They are asleep because they are distracted. They drown in noise, entertainment, comfort, and the constant desire to avoid their own reflection. They chase approval instead of truth, success instead of meaning. That is why when the signs arrive, they see nothing. 5 October will pass like any other day for them, but for the awake, it will feel like lightning in slow motion, clear, undeniable, transforming. It will not speak in words, but in awareness. The lesson will not come from outside, it will arise from within. To be awake means to train the mind to see things as they are, not as the ego wants them to be. It means to observe emotions without letting them control your actions. It means to remain calm when others panic, to stay focused when others lose direction. 5 October calls for this kind of awareness. The signs are not in the clouds, they are in your reactions, your thoughts, your patterns. When you feel resistance, that is your lesson. When you feel restless, that is your reminder. When you feel the pull to change, that is your invitation. Life is constantly communicating. The wind, the silence, the people you meet, the challenges you face, all of them carry pieces of wisdom. But to receive them, you must be tuned in. Awareness is a frequency, and on a 5th October, that frequency becomes sharper. The awake will feel aligned, the unaware will feel lost. It is not about punishment, it is about perception. You see what you are ready to see. You hear what your level of awareness allows you to hear. When the heart is clouded by fear, even truth sounds like noise. When the mind is clear, even silence becomes guidance. Being awake is not about knowing everything. It is about being open to learning from everything. Growth begins the moment you stop reacting and start observing. 5 October will challenge this ability. The events around you may shift suddenly. The energy may feel intense, but that intensity is a test. Can you stay awake through the storm? Can you remain aware when others fall into confusion? That is where transformation begins. The awake do not run from discomfort, they study it. They know that pain carries wisdom, and every ending hides a beginning. You must train yourself to respond, not react. The one who reacts becomes a victim of the moment. The one who responds becomes the master of it. The signs leading to 5 October are not designed to frighten you. They are designed to make you conscious. Awareness is power. It turns confusion into clarity, fear into understanding, chaos into purpose. To be awake means to use your mind as a tool, not as a cage. When thoughts come, observe them. When emotions rise, breathe through them. When fear whispers, remind yourself that fear is not truth, only a signal. The world is full of people who hear but do not listen, who look but do not see. That is why awakening is rare. It takes courage to face what is real. 5 October brings that opportunity. A day when illusions lose their strength and the truth becomes sharper than ever. The awake will see patterns connecting, lessons unfolding, and life preparing them for something greater. They will not be shocked because they have been listening. They have been preparing in silence while others were lost in distraction. Awakening is not dramatic, it is quiet. It happens when you finally stop running from yourself. It happens when you stop blaming others and take full responsibility for your energy. It happens when you start noticing the small signs, the timing of events, the feeling in your heart, the way the universe rearranges things once you align with truth. On 5 October, the world will test this awareness. The test will not come through chaos alone, but through choice. The awake will choose growth, the unaware will choose comfort. The result will decide the path forward. This moment is not just spiritual, it is practical. Awareness changes everything. Your actions, your relationships, your direction. When you see clearly, you stop wasting time. You stop chasing what drains you. You stop fighting what's already ending. You start moving with purpose, with precision. 5 October marks this shift from blind motion to conscious movement. Those who see will walk with confidence even in uncertainty. Those who don't will stumble, not because they are weak, but because they have not opened their eyes. To be awake is to live fully in each moment, not waiting for a better one. It is to understand that life is not against you, it is shaping you. Every challenge, every change, every delay is part of your awakening. On a 5 October, let the noise fall away. Listen to what silence is telling you. Feel what your spirit already knows. That the signs have always been real, that the time has always been now. Only the awake will understand this truth. The rest will keep waiting for a signal that has already arrived. Inner discipline is the foundation of readiness. Without it, every sign passes by unseen, every message fades before it reaches you. The energy of 5 October does not reward those who wait, it strengthens those who are prepared. Discipline is not about control over others. It is mastery over yourself. It is the power to remain steady when everything around you is unstable. On 5 of October, this truth will reveal itself. The ones who have built inner order will move through change with calmness. The ones who have lived in distraction will feel the weight of confusion. Life is not punishing them. It is teaching them what they have avoided learning. The storms of life are not meant to destroy you, they are meant to shape you. But without discipline, the mind becomes a storm itself. It reacts, it panics, it scatters energy in every direction. That is why 5 October is not about fear, it is about focus. It asks you to return to yourself, to train your mind the same way a warrior trains the body. Consistency, awareness, and self-control, these are not just habits, they are spiritual armor. Without them, you will fall into chaos every time the world shakes. Inner discipline begins with awareness of thought. The thoughts you repeat become the energy you live in. If your thoughts are scattered, your path will be scattered. If your thoughts are focused, your path becomes clear. 5 October reminds you that your life is not shaped by what happens outside, but by how disciplined your mind is within. You cannot stop the wind, but you can steady your breath. You cannot control what others say, but you can master how you respond. This is strength, not the kind that fights the world, but the kind that stays calm in the middle of it. Many people wait for peace to come before they practice discipline, but peace does not arrive first. Discipline creates peace. On 5 of October, the energy will test this truth. Distractions will appear stronger. Emotions will rise faster. People will project their chaos outward, but those who have trained their inner stability will not be moved. They will feel the same storms, but they will not fall into them. This is the power of discipline. It builds a foundation that no external event can break. Discipline is not about forcing perfection. It is about building consistency. It is about doing what strengthens you even when motivation disappears. The real test comes not when everything is easy, but when everything challenges your control. 5 October will bring that test. It will separate those who live by impulse from those who live by intention. It will show clearly who has been training quietly, who has been building patience, who has been walking the talk. Those who have worked on their mind will move with precision and awareness. Those who have not will struggle against their own habits. Every great transformation begins with small daily decisions. The discipline to wake early, to breathe deeply, to choose silence over noise, to listen instead of react. These are the unseen actions that prepare you for moments like 5 October. And the world rewards attention, but growth rewards intention. What you focus on grows stronger, and what you neglect weakens. If you have fed fear, it will rise. If you have fed calmness, it will guide you. That is how discipline shapes destiny. When you train the mind, you stop being a victim of emotion. Anger, doubt, fear, these are natural energies, but without discipline, they rule you. With discipline, they serve you. You learn to transform anger into drive, fear into alertness, doubt into reflection. 5 October carries a frequency that amplifies emotion, but also offers clarity to those who can stay still. The calm mind becomes a mirror. It reflects truth without distortion. The restless mind becomes a storm. It destroys clarity before it appears. That is why discipline is not optional. It is essential. Do not mistake discipline for suppression. It is not about killing emotion. It is about guiding it. A river without direction floods and destroys. A river with discipline nourishes everything it touches. The same is true for your mind. When guided, it becomes power. When ignored, it becomes chaos. 5 October is a reminder that self-mastery is the highest form of freedom. To control yourself is to control your destiny. Without it, you are moved by every external wind, lost in every emotional tide. There is beauty in stillness. When you sit in silence, when you breathe with awareness, When you act with purpose, you are training yourself to rise above noise. The disciplined mind does not chase every thought. It observes and chooses. It does not waste energy reacting to everything. It conserves energy for creation. On a 5 October, this difference will matter more than ever. The world will move fast, but the one who is still will see clearly. The world will grow loud, but the one who listens inwardly will understand. Every person must face their own reflection. Discipline is not about competing with others, it is about mastering yourself. It is the quiet victory that no one sees but everyone feels. The world may call it strength, wisdom, or calmness, but it all comes from the same source, inner discipline. 5 October is the moment to realize that control over others is temporary, but control over yourself is eternal. Do not wait for the perfect moment to begin training your mind. The moment is now. The signs are real, the changes are happening, and time does not wait. If you build discipline now, you will walk through chaos without fear. If you delay, the same chaos will control you. 5 October is not about waiting for the world to change. It is about becoming the one who can handle change. The truth is simple: a disciplined mind cannot be broken. It bends, but it never collapses. It adjusts, but it never loses direction. That is the strength life demands from you now. Discipline is not a task, it is a way of being. When the date arrives, let 5 October find you focused, calm, and ready. Let it find you standing tall in your awareness. Because in the end, it is not what happens on that day that matters. It is who you have become before it arrives. 5 October will not come gently. It will arrive with a force that exposes who has been preparing and who has been pretending. This is the moment when the difference between the strong and the weak will no longer be hidden. Life always tests what it builds, and this test will be no exception. Every challenge that rises on 5 October will carry one purpose: to reveal your inner strength. The test is not about what happens around you, but about how you respond within yourself. Some will break under the pressure. Some will rise higher than ever before. The difference will not be luck, it will be discipline. The world has been giving warnings for a long time. The storms, the uncertainty, the silence between moments, all of it has been preparation. 5 October will amplify this truth. It will not punish, but it will expose. Those who have trained their minds, who have built calmness through discipline, will face the same winds but remain unmoved. The unprepared will fight against the storm, wasting energy on resistance instead of awareness. This is how life separates strength from weakness, not through comfort, but through confrontation. When you are tested, you do not rise to the level of your intentions, you fall to the level of your training. 5 October will remind you of that. Every thought you have practiced, every emotion you have learned to master, every distraction you have refused to follow, these will now become your shield. Growth is not built in peace, it is built in pressure. When life tightens, the mind must expand. When everything outside loses control, your task is to stay centered. Strength is not the absence of struggle, it is the ability to remain balanced in the middle of it. You must understand that tests are not obstacles, they are gateways. Each test you overcome deepens your awareness. Each challenge you face refines your focus. The test of 5 October is not meant to destroy you, it is meant to awaken your potential. The weak will see chaos, the strong will see opportunity. Both will experience the same moment, but their awareness will decide their experience. This is why self-growth cannot be delayed. The time for preparation is now, because when the test comes, it will be too late to start training. The world will not slow down for anyone. Energy is shifting faster than before. Those who move with it consciously will adapt. Those who resist will collapse. 5 October is the day when resistance meets reality. Those who cling to old patterns, old fears, and old ways of thinking will feel pressure building inside them. The strong will have already released those weights. They will walk light, steady, and ready. That is the essence of strength, not to control what happens, but to stay in control of yourself no matter what happens. Tests are uncomfortable because they remove illusions. They show you what is real. On 5th October, illusions of control will break. People will see where they have built their lives on temporary foundations, on fear, on laziness, on avoidance. The ones who have done the inner work will not be shaken because their roots run deep. You cannot fake strength when life tests you. You can only reveal it. The moment pressure comes, everything falls away. What remains is truth. To be tested is not a curse. It is proof that you are ready to evolve. Life never sends tests to destroy you. It sends them to shape you. The pain you feel is not punishment. It is refinement. Every challenge strengthens your awareness if you let it. 5th October will remind you of that. The weak will react, complain, or retreat. The strong will breathe, observe, and adapt. The lesson is simple: control what you can and yet let go of what you cannot. When the storm comes, you cannot change the wind, but you can adjust your stance. Strength is not shown through noise, but through presence. The strongest are often the calmest because they have learned not to waste energy on panic. 5th October is the day to embody that calm. When emotions rise, when the world moves fast, slow your mind. When others fall into fear, hold your peace. You will discover that real power is quiet, focused, and rooted in awareness. The weak seek comfort in reaction. The strong find clarity in silence. That silence will become your greatest weapon. Every test life gives you is an invitation to remember who you are. The one who trains daily, who watches thoughts carefully, who speaks with intention. This person cannot be easily broken. They have learned that endurance is not built overnight. It is built through repetition, through small acts of discipline, repeated until they become your nature. 5th October will reward this kind of preparation. The untrained will fight the storm, the trained will move with it. The difference is understanding. The storm destroys what is false but strengthens what is real. To grow through tests, you must stop seeing pain as the enemy. Pain is the language of growth. It teaches you where your limits are and how to expand them. The strong know this. They do not run from difficulty. They use it to sharpen awareness. When 5th of October comes, let it find you alert, grounded, and open. Do not resist what it brings. Instead, meet it with the strength you have been building in silence. Let your calmness speak louder than the noise around you. The world rewards those who remain steady when everything shakes. 5th October will be the stage where that steadiness is proven. Some will fall into fear, some will rise into focus. The moment will be the same, but the outcome will be different. That is how life always works. It gives everyone the same test, but not everyone gives the same answer. The ones who answer with awareness, with strength, with faith in their preparation will rise to a new level of clarity. Every test reveals truth, and truth, once seen, cannot be unseen. 5th October will open eyes, not through comfort, but through challenge. It will strip away what is weak so that strength can finally breathe. The test is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. It is the moment where you prove to yourself that you have grown, that you are ready, that you can stand tall no matter what comes. This is what 5th of October is about. Not survival, but transformation. The test will separate those who wait for strength from those who have built it. 5th October will be the moment where awakening becomes no longer optional. It will be the day when silence ends and truth begins to speak louder than the noise of the world. You will feel something shift inside you, a realization that life has been waiting for you to wake up. Not partially, not slowly, but completely. This awakening is not about knowing more, it's about seeing clearly. 5th October will not come to entertain your comfort. It will come to demand your awareness. And those who have been asleep in routine, lost in distraction, will feel its call like thunder in their minds. Every awakening starts with disturbance. The mind resists it because comfort loves to stay unshaken. But growth and comfort cannot coexist. 5th October will show this truth in its purest form. The moment will arrive when you are forced to confront what you've ignored. The habits, the thoughts, the fears that have quietly ruled you. The awakening is not gentle because it is not meant to be. It breaks the illusion that you are powerless. It opens your eyes to what has always been within you. There are two kinds of people, those who wait for change to happen and those who create it. 5 October will separate them. Waiting is a slow death. Awareness is rebirth. The ones who are awake will use this day as a mirror to realign their purpose. They will not ask for signs because they have become the sign. The energy of awakening does not knock twice. When it calls, you either rise or you stay behind. That is the choice 5 October will bring. Awakening begins with honesty. You must stop lying to yourself about who you are and what you avoid. Every limitation you defend becomes your prison. Every excuse you protect becomes your wall. On 5 October, those walls will begin to crack. The truth will find its way through, whether you are ready or not. Awareness does not wait for permission, it simply arrives. And when it does, the old version of you must step aside. The one who sees clearly cannot return to blindness. You will begin to see that most of your suffering was self-created. The things that hurt you were not just events, they were reflections of your unawareness. The same moment that once brought pain can bring peace when seen through clarity. That is the power of awakening. On a 5 October, life will remind you that awareness is the cure for confusion. You cannot change what you refuse to see. You cannot rise while holding on to what keeps you small. Awareness demands release. It demands courage. It demands stillness. To awaken is not to escape reality, it is to face it fully. Many people seek comfort in ignorance because truth feels heavy, but the weight of truth is lighter than the burden of denial. 5 October will bring a light so sharp that the shadows within you cannot hide anymore. It will reveal the patterns you repeat, the emotions you bury, the dreams you delay. It will not do this to harm you. It will do it to free you. Awareness is liberation, but freedom always begins with disruption. The awakened mind sees through chaos. While others panic, the awakened remain calm. They understand that nothing outside truly controls them. 5 October will test this understanding. It will whisper to you, now is the time to remember. You will feel the urge to react, but the teaching is to observe. Reaction is blindness, observation is mastery. When you observe, you break the chain of unconsciousness. You stop feeding the noise. You begin to see yourself as you are, unshaken, limitless, alive. Many will mistake awakening for chaos because they have built their peace on illusion. But 5 October will teach that real peace is not found in the absence of disturbance. It is found in presence during the storm. The awakened one does not escape pain, they transform it. They use every challenge as a tool to deepen awareness. They no longer ask, why is this happening to me? But understand, this is happening for my growth. When the energy of awakening touches you, you stop fighting with life and start flowing with it. The truth is that awakening is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been before the world told you otherwise. 5 October will be the reminder. You were not born to fear. You were not born to repeat patterns of doubt. You were born to rise, to expand, to awaken into your full potential. Awareness strips away everything that is not you until only the truth remains. It is not easy, but it is necessary. Growth never feels comfortable because it requires death, the death of the old you. On 5 October, something inside you will begin to awaken. You might feel it as a discomfort, as restlessness, as an urge to move. Don't suppress it. That is the spark of your becoming. The same energy that breaks you open is the same energy that heals you. When awareness rises, the false self crumbles. You stop chasing what fades and start building what lasts. You begin to value silence over noise, presence over distraction, growth over comfort. The awakening of 5 October is not a moment, it's a shift in being. Once your eyes open, they do not close again. You begin to notice life differently. The air feels alive, your thoughts become clearer, your choices more intentional. And you no longer move unconsciously, you move with awareness. Every breath becomes a reminder that you are in control, not of the world, but of yourself. And that control is where all power begins. Awareness is the highest form of strength. It does not fight, it understands. It does not rush, it aligns. 5 October is the day that demands this level of strength from you. To awaken is to reclaim your mind, your energy, your purpose. It is to stop sleeping through your own potential. Every sunrise after 5 October will feel different because you will no longer see with the same eyes. You will see through truth, not illusion. You will move through awareness, not reaction. This is the real preparation, not for the outside world, but for the world within. 5 October will awaken the part of you that has been waiting in silence. Let it rise. Let it burn away the false comfort. Let it show you the strength of your own awareness. Because when that awareness takes hold, nothing outside can shake you again. The awakening is not coming to destroy. It is coming to reveal what has always been ready inside you. 5 October is not just another day. It is the day your awareness begins to lead your life.